Today's reflections would be about the typical psychological issues that everybody has, they carry, and it is there inside them like something which has to be solved, but it doesn't get solved. And I don't know, to speak harshly and truthfully, people just die without solving it. They find some fulfillment, they find some life. But I believe that whether they find or not, deep inside, everybody knows what they are. And I like to believe, or I believe that they do have their own personal self and integrity in life, which only they know. They come with nothing, they come to know themselves, and they go with nothing. Even I know myself, I know what I am, I know what I don't know, I know what I don't know very well. I don't know that I don't know myself. I know that I don't know, don't know many things. And the first psychological problem is a certain kind of complex that you don't know, and it's also true. What is true is not the complex. The complex is unnecessary. But the fact that they don't know is true. In a sense, there's something in the world that you don't know, and others know, and the others do know, but that others are not the people around them. But they feel everybody knows except them, so they have this complex. That is false. That's one of the psychological problems, typical problems I'm telling. About any field, it could be about some field, and they have unnecessarily, needlessly, they they have this. Just imagine if you know something and somebody starts feeling that you are something different. It'd be very odd, isn't it? That is one. So if you can not compare, then this problem gets solved. I think so. If you have a commitment of not comparing or being aware of it, even if you're just aware of it. See, people are not aware of their psychological problems. They're dominated by the psychological problems, right? That's why they are problems. So one of the good ways of being is to be aware, as they say. It's not easy, of course. Second thing, a second typical problem which people have is that of death, life, meaning of life, metaphysical angst, I call it. Where, what am I? From where I came? I would say it's a lack of answer to basic questions. And I wonder whether there are any answers. Even if you read the best books, there are no answers. Only an awareness, I think. So there is their body and mind, which is not able to be, to be or not to be. What Schopenhauer writes a lot. I think the Hindu philosophers focus a lot on that, which is actually a good thing. And I think they have given solutions about how to integrate mind and body, and how to have not overdo it, how to be balanced. I think Buddha said that. Face the basic questions. I think the only answer to this is to face death completely. I think that's the Upanishadic thought. Face death completely, completely, daringly. You will die. You came from nothing. And strangely, isn't that science also completely confirmed? So modern world is full of enlightenment. Maybe that's why inside we are always excited, always alive. Modern world has a certain psychology which has not been identified also, I feel, because these two principles, Buddha principles and scientific principles, unite in the modern world. We will surely die. We came from nothing. Then we should be all partying now. I feel like now I feel partying, the passion. I think so. That implicitly is there. When you go to a mall, when you go to a retreat, when you this whole life. But the psychological problem happens because you want some other meaning, because you have been conditioned. Also, this also is there in psychological problems. So you also are conditioned. You also are conditioned. It's a 50-50 psychological problem. Psychological problems basically means 50-50. So you're also conditioned. You're also conditioned. If you're aware of that, again, that's a solution. I'm giving at least some bearable solutions today. So that is one solution. And another thing is, I think psychological problems is connected to love and sex, because we are not fully fulfilled in that area. We have satisfied maybe our lust, but we have not satisfied our love, sex, or love even. We have not had an intimate relationship with somebody. That is very painful, because it's a longing, it's an ache. You see a heroine and or a hero for a girl, and you are struck by that. You want that, something you want. You want what you want. You know what you want. You know somebody has to possess you and hold you and love you, and this longing is that is why we love art so much, especially movies so much. We like porn also so much. It's very bad porn, but still we see porn. We like our imagination. The whole area is all psychological problems and also psychological satisfaction, maybe sometimes, in at least in movies, great movies. And then we have this need, and that's why we need art here, music, dance, and those people who are into music, dance, classical music. I think they live a very passionate life, or into science, widest reading. So another psychological problem I'm sure with masses have is that their lives are very boring and dry. That's and then they're very hugely disappointed by the world of how they lived, and I think they feel a sense that they have missed life. We all feel, even the intellectuals feel. Everybody feels that. Everybody, human being, somewhere feels that they missed life because they feel they have missed life. Actually, they have not missed life, but they feel they have missed life because they don't know life. As we come back to the thing, broadly, these are the problems we have. That's all. Trivial problems we have. We don't have big problems. These all come out as nagging, as demanding, as breakups, as drama, as depression, as this or that. So the Leo Tolstoyan way, the religious way, Hindu religious way, Christian religious way of being, of knowing yourself, of knowing your soul, being pure, mainly. Pure means to know yourself, to be good in life. All these are good things. I will also add, I think, as an educator, I would also add that one great way in which you can make your life bearable and interesting and passionate, even maybe free, even maybe free. I've seen many people. I'm also semi-free, but the people who are free, I've seen them. Especially if you are young, I would suggest that there is no question you have not asked in terms of reading, widest reading. All these questions have been probed. All these questions have been asked. So what's the point of you discovering everything on your own? You understand? People have written about it, and you're not the only one. You are not the only one. I'm not the only one. My problems are all the same problems, which is what I'm trying in this video, maybe. That from ages, if you know, like this, see, if again we come back to I always come back always to the broadest knowledge. You come back to Big Bang, concretize Big Bang. There's truth in Big Bang. It might be totally true, but some truth is there. Stars, galaxies, the whole science, the whole science becomes feeling literature, and literature becomes science, and science becomes history, and history becomes, so all your perception. That makes life very solid, very, very passionate. And it I think it deconditions you, if especially if you are young. It reconditions you. What I'm trying to say is you can just enjoy your being, and then how the cultural evolution happened, see, and how the life came, all these plants came, the dog came, you know, you can see like that, and to accept the fact scientifically and spiritually and artistically that you're for a while only. If you can grasp that and see that there's nothing, knowing everything, yet knowing that there is nothing, will give you a very peculiar kind of happiness. I believe that is really liberation, as explained in Upanishadic thought, or explained by Osho, all these people. They themselves did not have I believe, have the full holism of all knowledge. Someone like that could make it even more clear. You integrate science and spirituality. You integrate history and politics and science. You integrate a Buddha and a Newton. You have a whole. You answer every single question. Then nobody can kid you. This is, I think, the modern power. And maybe that's why if I can think science fictionally, if I can allow myself to imagine science fictionally, one day everybody will know everything. They'll accept life and death easily. They'll know. 50% we know today. Inside we know. 100% we know. We know we'll die. We know we are born. We know everything is science. We know everything is logic. We know there's nothing much going on. We know all these politicians are bastards. We know that this world is like that only. One day it'll become better. All this we know, see? This kind of GK which we all have, common man, masses, classes, everybody, that makes life bearable. That is a normal life. We can go from that context to knowing what you know, knowing what you know, knowing what you know, knowing what you know, until we reach the peak. And no such psychological problems remain. So we end with express typical psychological problems and how to end them. That's a reflection. Thank you.